They'll be calling you a radical. So this is a major news. This is the end of the nuclear cartel right here. Westinghouse, Obama, Exelon, who orchestrated the merger, the nuclear crime family, the nuclear crime scene. This is the belly of the beast. This is where I graduated, where I school. Legendary Clyde Cooley. TOSHIBA, they have bankrupted the great company in the world. Probably the greatest company in the world. The nuclear cartel did it. Obama did it. They bankrupted TOSHIBA. TOSHIBA come out and said right now, so it's, I mean, $6 billion, they said they're out of options. They're going to take the shareholder to zero. I graduated here, the number of school business in the country at the time. Not now. Tie here. Got blackballed. They took them all off the walls recently, but had the last letter of recommendation. He did, the #1 finance professor in the world, who just died right after he did the due diligence, magically. Then he died magically. They tore all the historic photos off the wall. It's the old computer lab. Pretty amazing story. Their supply chain oligarchy now, extremely corrupt. He just passed. He was fantastic. I loved him. But anyway, Clyde died magically. So this is the belly of the beast. This is who built the nuclear reactors at Fukushima, Japan. I've done all this work inside the belly of the beast. I've come out of leukemia. Dio died of leukemia 3 days after they got the contract to build Hoover Dam. But anyway, the 33-degree Mason. Love how they took the 33-degree Mason paintings off the wall. They took them all off the wall. Their supply chain oligarchy. They started as slaves, you know, killing people, and now they're back to killing people. I'll write lots of books about this, but this is the end of the nuclear cartel. I mean, this is it. Obama, remember, the corrupt orchestrating of the Westinghouse TOSHIBA post-Fukushima. Now remember, on March 17th, he stood on the White House lawn. Clyde Cooley did the due diligence right here. #1 finance school in America. I had the last letter of recommendation. Now you know why my MBA was taken, my PhD was taken, everything. Clyde used to even tell me, University of Chicago guy. He was a genius. Smartest man I ever knew, and I know a smart man. I had the last letter of recommendation he ever wrote, and then he just magically dies. A mad cow in the prime of his life, but he's in incredible condition right as we got our MBA. Right as we got, I mean, with 2 weeks in front of him, he just, boom, mowed down dead. Then Kyle, boom, dead. Oh boy, what a curse. Then I get leukemia? Hey, ML, give it 2 months to live? Wow. So this is it. So Obama flew out of the country with the CEO of Westinghouse, with Jeffrey Melting, it's all the same cabal, and they orchestrated one of the corruptest mergers in finance history. I was a derivative arbitrage specialist. You know, talk to anybody. Talk to the old dean here. He's still alive. Mike, go have a conversation with him about me. So here we go, all day, every day. Let it ring. All we hear is Radio Gaga, Radio Baba. So I'll guarantee it. So they orchestrated the merger with Westinghouse. Hillary Clinton stands in Czechoslovakia. I did a video in Prague, right where she stood, threatened the president of Czechoslovakia, you will give these contracts to Westinghouse. She used Westinghouse dozens of times when she's Secretary of State. I thought Westinghouse, they're part of the government? She's part of the government? Apparently so. So they cut off all the funding, including my father, who was nuked to death. My mother never got any money. Me, who I get leukemia from Fukushima from the fall, no money. They cut off all the Fukushima victims, sent them home to die. Yet NuScale, which this is NuScale, just got $238 billion fraudulently. Blue Castle on the green. Why not build a statue right here? Ted Bundy got 2 of his victims right there by the statue. Why not just build a... By the way, that was his office. Used to sit right there, D.B. Cooper. Oh yeah, he was an ROTC professor. Hoffman did his work right here. Melvin Dumar, the will right here. You know, Fawn McKay Brody's office right here. Bernard DeVoto right here. I won't start. I can go on and on and on. Edward Abbey right here all the time. Stegner as a boy was in here. Huh. Kevin Blanch, a long line of whistleblowers. Fawn McKay Brody I knew personally. They're going to name the English department after my aunt, May Blanch. It's my aunt. Fawn's the one set her up. Oh, they co-opted freaking Fawn to the University of Chicago. So I'll get my books done. I've been a little sick, given 2 months to live. Just like Clyde, just like Kyle. Now they're Chinese oligarchy. We scored in the testing, #1 in the country. Beat, you know, it's ironic because he was a Hamiltonian. And our sister school was Wharton. Professors used to go there and teach and come here back and forth. Oh yeah, Trump school. Why do you think he's a freaking, the tariffs? We were the tariff school. Now we're Chinese oligarchy. Don't even rank topics. The only thing you learn here at this university now, if you go here, is how to parallel park on Harrison Boulevard. So I'm not afraid. You know, activism's legal, right? They blackballed me. Literally. You know where that term comes from? Literally. KSL has me blackballed. You ever see, you know, there's still half this population that loves me. Abraham Hunsaker the Fourth, my grandpa. Remember who the first was? He pulled back against these rats. So, the corrupt merger, illegal, the most illegal merger in stock history. That's what we did. That's what he taught. That's what Clyde Cooley taught. He was the genius. He placed people all over Wall Street. He was the greatest. I mean, the year I started, I think our group, there was a couple hundred, 17. Most of them were Japanese, including Miko, who was in Sendai when Fukushima happened. Japanese royal family, oh yeah. They fled to South America when it happened. I still talk to them. And her, Miko, she fled. She's Japanese royal family. It was the #1 school business in the country. Of course they came here when he taught here. And he just magically dies 2 weeks before. Mad cow in his brain? What? Kyle magically died? Oh, Kevin Blanch, get looking. Oh boy, do I have a tale to tell. Men can lie so well. They fuck with the wrong guy. So, and the pen is mightier than the sword. I'll wait till these books are done. So the most corrupt merger in human history. TOSHIBA's taken down the greatest country, the greatest, biggest, most diverse company in the world, TOSHIBA. Westinghouse, the nuclear cartel who builds the nuclear reactors, these people just took them down. They took them down. Chicago Bridge. I hope you guys shorted the stock like I told you, because you can't short TOSHIBA here. I mean, you can. It's called 6502. Don't you love that? 6052. It's a Japanese stock. Westinghouse is the parent. Why are they not? Why can't you trade Westinghouse? It's the most corrupt acquisition in anything. Because it's the most corrupt thing in history. Fukushima Gate to Hell. The cover up of Fukushima. Oh, I have a tale to tell. The light it shines inside of me. You can't take that from me. You used your fake light, your nuclear light. The biggest lie in history, nuclear energy, just come tumbling down just now. TOSHIBA just took down by Westinghouse, the nuclear crime family, the nuclear crime city, the greatest war profiteers in human history. Oh, do I have a tale to tell. Get my books done. There's going to be a lot of rich oligarchs going to be awful mad at me. There they are. Well, I walked through the valley of the shadow of death in the LDSD State Bone Marrow Transplant Center. Remember, Thomas Blanch, my uncle, the Ogden Clinic guy, saved me from the grave. Who saved all you? Vincent Hansen saved my life, stepped in. There's a reason my life was spared. Clyde Cooley was a brilliant, magnificent genius with integrity out the yin-yang. I have the last letter of recommendation I ever wrote. It's in the special collections here. So, I'll upload this, and Fonz, the great whistleblower of all time, who I knew personally. She died on my mom's birthday, January 10th, 1981, right after freaking Lenin, blown away by the Japanese freaking crime family oligarchy. Yoko's who, related to who, Hirohito was able to stand who, the great war profiteers. Oh, I have a tale to tell. I'm going to tell it now. I'm going to start my book tomorrow on just this. They're done. Westinghouse just broke them. $6 billion write-up. We'll see if Trump, and I want to say this about Rick Perry. Donald Trump says we have the highest IQ freaking cabinet ever. Really, Rick Perry? makes H. Bush or W. Bush look intelligent. They're going to throw this guy around like a rag doll. Nuclear waste from San Onofre headed to Texas. You Texans better wake up. Why do you think they put him there? Trump's in on this too. They own the business that wants to put it there. Again, right here, the belly of the beast. TOSHIBA just did it. Westinghouse, the nuclear crime syndicate, on the advice of Obama, they orchestrated it when they all flew out of the country to get out of the plume. He stood in the White House on the greatest lie in human history ever told. This is his last hours in office. I'll put this up. We want you to know what I know. Give me leukemia, I stood right here at the pond. Scram. Clyde Cooley would be proud of me. He used to teach ethics. I had the last letter of recognition he ever wrote. I was his protege. I was a derivative arbitrage specialist. If I was on Wall Street, what I'd be doing with this stock right now, I'd be making fortunes. I hope you guys shorted it, like I told you. The stock's gone from 480 to 220. TOSHIBA's come out and says we have no options. It's going to take our equity all the way out. That means the stock's going to zero. The greatest company in the freaking world. By the way, I knew him too. He was my 8th grade freaking history teacher. Tracy Hall invented the synthetic landing. Tom McKay, probably the greatest whistleblower ever. No man knows my path. All men know my path. They're going to. Stay in tune. What a journey it's been for 5 years. For the light it shines inside of me. You will never take that from me. Long live Dr. Clyde Cooley. What a magnificent man. Stay in tune.